Good morning. Welcome to Tribune News on Q, your go-to morning news source, only here at the Daily Tribune. We're live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Daily Tribune PH on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. For today's headlines. The lawyer of former President Rodrigo Duterte submitted a joint report from the defense's own medical experts, claiming the 80-year-old's health has worsened and warrants his release from detention. The Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry urged continuity in Tourism Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco's projects, citing tourism's role in driving jobs and economic growth. An opposition lawmaker said an impeachment complaint for betrayal of public trust may be filed against President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. when Congress resumes on January 26. Maryknoll priest Father Joy Tajonera urged the Department of Migrant Workers to investigate the allocation of funds for OFW welfare shelters in Taiwan, following disclosures on annual government spending. A catering service tied to a December barangay Christmas party that sickened at least 77 people was found to be operating without a sanitary permit and with incomplete health clearances, raising food and safety concerns. Despite higher than expected inflation in December, economists said the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas still has room to cut interest rates this year as growth risks rise and price pressures stay manageable. After a banner year in 2025, Philippine theater shows no signs of slowing down, with a slew of shows that have theater fans in a tizzy over which to see first. Scotty Thompson delivered the first 30-point triple-double by a local in 36 years, turning in a career-high 35. Today is the 12th of January, and I'm Eliana Lacap, bringing you today's top stories. Let's kick things off with today's weather. 3 weather systems, the shear line, northeast monsoon, and the easterlies will bring cloudy skies and rains over parts of the Philippines today. The shear line affects the eastern sections of northern and central Luzon, bringing scattered rains and isolated thunderstorms to Cagayan, Isabela, Aurora, and Quezon. The northeast monsoon will cause cloudy skies with light rains in the Cordillera Administrative Region and Cagayan Valley, and partly cloudy skies with isolated rains over Metro Manila, Ilocos Region, and Central Luzon. The easterlies will bring isolated showers to the rest of the country. Residents are advised to stay alert and follow local advisories. Now for a traffic update. Light traffic is reported at Balintawak Toll Plaza, Mindanao Toll Plaza, Balintawak Cloverleaf southbound, Bocaue Toll Plaza, and San Fernando northbound and southbound lanes. Traffic from Valenzuela to NLEX Harbor Link Interchange southbound is also light, with counterflow suspended. All other areas of NLEX, SATEX, and NLEX connector, including toll plazas and interchanges, are experiencing light traffic conditions. Motorists are advised to stay alert and follow traffic advisories for a safe and smooth trip. Now let's move on to this morning's headlines. The lawyer of former President Rodrigo Duterte has submitted a joint medical report by defense experts to the Internal Criminal Court, saying the 80-year-old's worsening physical and cognitive condition now warrants his interim release. Filed on January 9th, the report claims Duterte lacks the stamina, executive functioning, and capacity to flee, threaten witnesses, or commit further crimes, citing weight loss and frailty. His counsel said both defense and ICC-appointed experts found no signs of malingering. The ICC has yet to rule as victims' lawyers urge the court to decide Duterte's fitness and move the case forward. The Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry urged the continuity in Tourism Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco's programs, highlighting tourism's role in economic growth and job creation. The group backed e-visas for Chinese nationals, called for ASEAN competitive visa policies, airport modernization, improved inter-island connectivity, and stronger cultural promotions under the Philippine Experience Program. FFCCCII pledged to help attract more Chinese visitors as the government upgrades airports, immigration processes, and traveler services to support tourism growth. An opposition-linked group plans to file an impeachment complaint against President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. when Congress resumes on January 26, citing betrayal of public trust over alleged budget negligence and flood control corruption. The complaint reportedly has support from some majority and independent lawmakers, but faces challenges due to Marcos' supermajority in the House. Malacanang dismissed the move as unsubstantiated, while administration officials stressed that impeachment must be evidence-based. The development comes as Vice President Sara Duterte may also face renewed impeachment efforts after February 6th. Marino priest Father Joy Tahonera urged the Department of Migrant Workers to review how funds for OFW shelters in Taiwan are being used, after Secretary Hans Leo Kakdak said the government spends 5 million annually on facilities, including NGO-run Bahay Ugnayan in Taichung. Tahonera questioned a non-operational MWO shelter in Taipei and costly OFW global centers in prime Taiwan and Hong Kong locations. The DMW promised reforms, proper funding, and better coordination with partners, while OFWs are calling for greater transparency in the use of public funds for overseas welfare facilities. Now, a catering service linked to a food poisoning outbreak that sickened 77 residents during a Barangay San Isidro Christmas party in December was operating without a sanitary permit and incomplete health clearances for food handlers, raising concerns over city oversight. Ko and Kai Catering served nearly 300 attendees, and inspections revealed lapses in cleanliness and workflow, though some areas met standards. One person was hospitalized. Mayor Lorelai Pacquiao has ordered a formal report from the local health unit, and the city may pursue administrative or legal sanctions against the unlicensed establishment. Now, headline inflation in the Philippines rose to 1.8% in December, but economists say price pressures remain manageable, giving the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas room to ease rates further. Nomura and BPI project additional rate cuts in early 2026, potentially bringing the policy rate to 4 to 4.25 as low inflation and supply-side measures support easing. Growth risks remain with 5.3% expansion expected amid slower public spending and fallout from government corruption scandals. Food price volatility and typhoon impacts were noted, but economists say monetary policy is likely to stay supportive. Now, Philippine theater opens 2026 with a vibrant mix of musicals and dramas, giving audiences plenty to see. Highlights include Les Miserables World Tour Spectacular at Soler, Baguettes the Musical at Newport, Spring Awakening at Proscenium Mabining Mandirigma by Tanghalang Pilipino at CCP, and the Chorus Line at Samsung Performing Arts Theater. Drama offerings feature Larawan, the Portrait of an Artist as a Filipino, and reorient narratives from Asian voices. Shows explore nostalgia, coming of age, Filipino history, and identity, showcasing top and local international talents. Now, Scottie Thompson turned in a career-high 35 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists, recording the first 30-point triple-double by a local player in 36 years. Thompson's heroics powered Barangay Ginebra to a 105-91 win over San Miguel Beermen, tying their PBA Philippine Cup semi-final series 2-2 and staving off a 1-3 deficit. Coach Tim Cone hailed it a legendary performance. Meanwhile, TNC edged closer to the finals with a 102-83 victory over Meralco, led by Poy Erams, 27 points and 9 rebounds, despite RR Pugoy sidelined with injury. Now, a quick look at today's horoscope. Today calls for strength and self-discovery, Gemini. You may be asking yourself, how much can I really take? The new cosmos is opening new doors, showing that your past limits are just starting points of something greater. You're learning to say no, to pause, and to hold off on life-changing decisions until clarity returns. Trust that your guides stand beside you, watching over and supporting every step. Reflection and patience today will reveal your resilience and prepare you for the next phase of growth. Now, Katribo, did you know that on this day, January 12th of 2010, a magnitude 7.0 earthquake struck near Port-au-Prince, Haiti, devastating the nation? The quake destroyed hospitals, government buildings, homes, and the National Palace. Estimates of the death toll range from 100,000 to 300,000, with about 3 million people affected and over a million displaced. Despite a massive international humanitarian response, Haiti's damaged infrastructure made recovery difficult, and the country continued to face severe challenges for years after the disaster. Now today's viral story is a TikTok uploaded by Sino Hamin that has racked up 55.5 million views and 7.6 million likes, featuring a group of friends trying to recreate ancient Egypt on the beach. Each friend had a role to play, from Egyptians to servants, but the one that had netizens laughing the most was the Sphinx, who ended up creating a surprisingly accurate yet hilarious portrayal, straight face and all. The creativity and humor of the group have sparked a wave of comments and shares online. That's all for now, mga katribu. Join us again at 1 o'clock p.m. for more updates. This has been Eliana Lacap for Tribune News on Q.